An old speech by Ethereum ETH co-founder Vitalik Buterin has resurfaced at a time when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission SEC Chief Gary Gensler is issuing warnings about initial coin offerings, ICOs, being securities. The Cryptoverse residents have been sharing an old video of Buterin, taken at the Texas Bitcoin conference in March 2014, or a few months before the Ethereum ICO. In the video, Buterin discusses what ETH represents in the Ethereum ecosystem, describing it as sort of like the reserve currency of the network. However, he further stated that the sale of ETH had to be delayed for a number of reasons, one of these being of legal nature, saying that, "So, from an organizational standpoint, our current situation is that we have an entity registered in Switzerland. And the reason why we're looking at Switzerland as the jurisdiction is because, first of all, Switzerland is very well known for its very friendly banking laws. It is much easier to do anything related to innovative finance there than in something like the United States or even Canada." He added that the team was also looking into Panama, which has some similar properties, but ultimately decided on Switzerland as it's more stable. Andrew M. Bailey, associate professor at Yale-NUS College, brought back another old statement, this time by crypto researcher Hasu, who wrote in a 2018 blog post, "For Hasu, insider investing is incentivized by ICOs in general and the structure of the Ethereum presale in particular." Hasu's article was an addition to another one published that year by lawyer Preston Byrne, in which he stated that, whether Ether and/or Ripple are in fact investment contracts under the SEC versus W.J. Howey test is now an issue of public concern, with financial services culture hero Gary Gensler arguing that Ether might be classed as a security, properly, an investment contract, and Coin Center's Peter van Valkenburgh arguing that it shouldn't because a sufficient degree of decentralization should exempt a cryptocurrency from regulation. Adding that he agreed with Gensler on this point, Byrne also wrote that, "Unless we can show that this Ether has been sold into the wider market, Ethereum is not as decentralized as we might hope." All these old arguments have been dug back up at a time when a number of regulators and lawmakers are calling for and working towards tighter regulations of the crypto sector. As reported, Gensler recently asked the SEC staff to investigate an array of potential policy changes, with at least 7 SEC initiatives probing ICOs, among other areas. I think former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton said it well when he testified in 2018. To the extent that digital assets like initial coin offerings, or ICOs, are securities, and I believe every ICO I have seen is a security, we have jurisdiction, and our federal securities laws apply, Gensler said in his speech this week, adding that he's agreeing with Clayton.